ChatGPT introduced multiple different features in recent past. They earlier introduced ChatGPT Projects, and recently they have added some additional capabilities inside ChatGPT Projects. In this video, let me show you what is ChatGPT Projects and how can you use this particular feature to get most out of it. If you follow my mouse here, currently I'm in Google homepage, and if I just type chatgpt.com, then I'll be able to log in. I already have my ID created, so in case you have not created your ID, this is the time to create it. And if you already logged in, then you will be able to see this kind of an interface. Now, earlier ChatGPT projects were only part of the paid plans, but recently ChatGPT introduced this ChatGPT projects inside free tier also. In the left pane, you will be able to see this particular option, that is projects. Now, this is very powerful, so I use it extensively. If I click on it, you will be able to see all those things I'm using ChatGPT projects for. So this is a very important feature all of we should be using. The benefit of ChatGPT projects is, in case you are working on certain thing and that's a maybe regular requirement, there you will be able to use ChatGPT project for that purpose. So let me show you with an example so that you will be able to understand it better. So what I'll do, in the left pane there is one option, new project. I'll click on that, and then you will be able to see this particular option. So here a couple of things we can do. First of all, we can give a name. So what I'll mention, blog generator. Now this is the purpose we are going to use ChatGPT project for. This is the example I'll show you. You can use for any other scenarios. Like I have multiple different ways I use it, right? So YouTube coach, I already trained this particular ChatGPT project so that it can give me my video ideas, it can analyze my YouTube data, everything. So that I'm covering as part of my another video. So please stay tuned to watch that thing too. But let me create this one. So this is our blog generator, and then you will be able to select any of this option like writing and other things. Those names it can also take, but what I'll do, I'll just change the name to blog generator. And then there is one option in this particular settings. This is very important. Here ChatGPT memory is another excellent feature within ChatGPT in case you want ChatGPT to remember something. Now there are two ways you can configure your ChatGPT projects. One is it will use the default memory which is available for the overall ChatGPT your account. In case you already have configured ChatGPT memory there. If you are not aware of ChatGPT memory, I have multiple videos in this channel. I'll add those links in the description below. You can check that. This is an absolutely game changer feature that you should be using. ChatGPT memory is very important. Now what I'll do, I'll select project only. So this specific project, I will use a different set of memories which are separate than my normal ChatGPT console. So that I have ticked here. So this is one thing, and then now I can click on create project. Then it will create the project for me, and this is the interface you will be able to see. Few of the other things you can do. If you click on this particular icon, you'll be able to change anything. You'll be able to change the color. So if you have any such requirement, that also you can do. Now this is the console you will be able to see as part of ChatGPT project. Now few of the things we need to understand here. There are two ways you can add files. One is a plus sign here. You can add any of the file, anything that you can add. Now, whenever you are adding that particular file will be utilized for your specific chat inside this project, because multiple times whenever you will be typing any of the prompts, those will get maintained here. If I just come here, one of my ChatGPT project is image factory. If I just show you, so multiple times whenever I generated any of the images, it maintained different threads here within this project itself. You can see multiple times I have used. So in case I need to generate any images using ChatGPT, I use one of my ChatGPT project. Using that, I generate those images because I maintain certain style. There are certain things I keep repeating myself, so that's why I created in this way. Now let me come back to blog generator. Now this is a clean slate. So this is one point wherever if you are clicking on this plus, you will be able to add something for your chat purpose. But you can add files as a knowledge for that particular project. Now this is a blog generator project, right? So here we can do multiple things. I can take an extract of my own writing in a maybe Word document PDF, and that I can include here and ask ChatGPT, use this particular style to write down the line whenever I'll ask to generate any of the blog. So that's way you will be able to use it as a knowledge base. So this you can see, add document, code file, image, more. Blog generator can access this content whenever you will chat inside this project. So this is one thing. Now let me show you one option using which you will be able to generate quality knowledge base. One can be for your blog generator, your own writing can be one thing, right? That's your style. But how that blog should be written, which should be the SEO friendly one, which one should rank better, what people are expecting to read, all those things you will be able to add here. Let me show you one way. What I'll do, I'll go to a new chat and then I'll type one prompt here. Give me a better version of this prompt. I will use this prompt with ChatGPT deep research option to get a detailed report. What I'm asking that how blogs should be written, I'm asking ChatGPT to provide that deep research. I'll show you that step. And for that, I'm asking ChatGPT only to fine tune my prompt. So if I hit on this particular button, then it will give me a revised prompt. This was my basic prompt. Do research on most compelling copywriting techniques that get people to buy. Deep dive into the psychology. But now you can see it expanded, and this is the prompt it gave. Now if I go to a new chat, I click on this particular plus and I click on deep research, and then I paste this particular prompt and I click on this button, then ChatGPT will do a deep research and it will take some time. It will not give me an output very quickly, and it will complete the entire thing and then it will give me the output. Normally it asks some of the question. Let me respond to that and then I'll come back. Now it asked me 4 questions and I wrote answer to all 4, and if I click on it, then it will take these inputs and now it will start the research. You can see it's showing a progress. Normally it takes time, and once it will complete, then it will send you an email confirmation that this is complete and you can come back. So it's another excellent feature inside ChatGPT for the deep research. With the paid plan, they give only 25 deep research in a month. So you can understand how much the token and other thing costs to ChatGPT to provide this kind of detail. So let it complete. What I'll do after that, we'll take that input so that we'll be able to utilize this one as a knowledge base for our blog. Okay, while it's working on this particular research, it's still taking some time and it's already evaluated some 8 sources and it's still working. Let me show you another thing what we can do. I'll go to a new chat and I'll just paste one prompt. I want to create a new project within ChatGPT to generate SEO tuned blog post. I will use this project to get required guidance for my upcoming contents also. It should work as my blog growth advisor. Will it be a good idea? And if I hit on this particular button, then it will work and it will tell me yes, it's a good idea and other things, and it will explain. Now what I'll do, I'll ask a follow-up question and I'll show you why am I doing it. Now if I paste one prompt here, please give me custom instruction which I can update for this project specifically. And if I click on this particular button, then it will give me specific custom instructions which I can update in my project. So this is the one it gave me. I'll copy it. I'll go back to my blog generator and there I'll go to these 3 dots. I'll click on add instruction and there I'll paste it and I'll save it, which means this particular custom instruction, it will follow every time I'll ask it any of the questions. So this is the way you will be able to configure your projects inside ChatGPT so that it can give you fine-tuned responses based on your requirement only. And you can just check whatever ChatGPT gave, I just shown you, just I have updated. But for you, before you do that, please do read all those sentences and whatever is written and check if it matches your requirement or not. If it's not matching, then you can reprompt. You can change it manually also, but if you want, you can reprompt also and you can explain your requirement another time to ChatGPT and it will revise that text for you, and that you can upload here. Now let me show you another thing here. Now what I've written, that I'm looking for certain prompt suggestion, using which I can use this particular ChatGPT project in a better way, because I built this particular ChatGPT project so that I can generate my blogs and I already gave all those requirements. Now what are the other prompts prompts I can use, that suggestion I'm taking it from here. And all those things we are doing while ChatGPT is doing a deep research and creating our knowledge article there. And once that is ready, we'll upload it there, and then we utilize few of the prompts to see how is it responding. Okay, after 17 minutes, it completed that research and it checked 16 different sources and 82 searches, and it gave us this particular report. Now you can see it's quite an comprehensive one and very, very detailed one. So what I'll do, I'll just come here, I'll click on this particular icon, and there I'll be able to download this particular report in two different formats, either PDF or Word file. I will also keep the PDF file ready, so in case I use it in the later time. But now if I close this particular option and I come back to my block generator, and there in add files, I'll click on add file, and then I'll click on this particular Word file and I'll click on open. So now I have added this particular detailed research paper as part of my source document. And this will be the knowledge base for my projects and which will generate blogs for me. Now, here I have just uploaded that file as is, right? But I would request you to just give it a read, whatever you are uploading, because whenever you are creating a project and you are adding some of the knowledge documents, you also need to make sure that whatever the details you are uploading, those are accurate, so that you also get that accurate output from ChatGPT Projects. So this is one document we uploaded. In case you have, as I mentioned earlier, in case you have multiple other your own writing, just put it in one of the Word file or multiple Word files and upload it here. So ChatGPT will understand what's your writing style. And then you mention in the custom instructions that to use your writing style from those knowledge base, and then you use this particular feature. So what I'll do now, earlier, if you remember, we generated all those prompts, right? That whatever we are going to use. So if I come back here, it gave me all different prompting ideas, right? So if I take the first one and I come back to my blog generator and I type it here, find 10 trending blog topics in the generative AI niche with low competition and high search volume. And then if I hit enter, then it will work and it will give me those outputs. So it's up to you and how you want to design your ChatGPT project. But this is something, this is game changing. And if you need a specific focused research to be done on any specific topic, and if you have something which you normally work on regular basis, you come back to that particular project multiple times, this is the way you should be working. I already have something for my YouTube coach, all of my affiliate related communications, any sponsored video, everything I maintain in another project. So multiple different ways I use this ChatGPT project. So this is the way you will be able to use ChatGPT projects. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I will try to answer those as soon as I can. If you also want to understand what are the other new features ChatGPT recently introduced, I have covered some of them in this particular playlist. Check out this playlist to know more about it.